Hey everyone, and welcome back for another deep dive. Today we're going on a journey into a story that's both deeply personal and incredibly powerful.
Right.
The Reason You Walk,
Right.
a memoir by Wab Kinew.
Yeah, it's a fascinating blend of biography and personal reflection.
Oh, absolutely.
Wab tells his own story while kind of weaving in the life of his father, Tobasonakwit.
Okay.
And it offers this really unique glimpse, I think, into how multiple generations grapple with the legacy of residential schools, cultural identity, and the search for healing.
Yeah. It's a heavy but important topic, and you're right. It spans generations.
It does.
But before we get to Wab's journey, let's start with Tobasonakwit's early life.
Sure.
He was born on Onigaming First Nation.
Okay.
And his childhood sounds idyllic.
Yeah.
He learned traditional ways from his parents, Wabanakwa and Nagisigak.
Wow.
Spent his days immersed in nature.
Right.
And even had this incredible vision quest experience.
Oh, that vision quest is so central to Tobasonakwit's story.
Yeah.
Imagine this. A young boy spending 4 days alone in a cave.
Wow.
Fasting and seeking guidance from an elder.
Yeah.
It's like a rite of passage,
Right.
a way to connect with the spiritual realm and discover his purpose.
It's powerful.
Yeah, and this deep connection to Anishinaabe tradition
Yeah.
is something that'll stay with him
It seems like
throughout his life, even through incredibly difficult times.
Yeah, and those difficult times came when he was forced to attend
Right.
St. Mary's Indian Residential School.
It's a harsh reality to confront.
Yeah.
These schools were
He was
designed to assimilate Indigenous children,
It's just awful.
to strip them of their culture and language. As they chillingly put it, the goal was to kill the Indian in the child.
Oh, it's just
Yeah.
horrible. And Tobasonakwit
Yeah.
spent a decade enduring horrific abuse
I know.
and witnessing acts that would scar
You're right.
anyone for life.
The abuse went beyond the physical. Tobasonakwit and the other children were constantly called Maudit savages,
Wow.
which translates to cursed savages.
It's just...
And this constant barrage of verbal abuse, this attempt to dehumanize them,
Yeah.
was just as damaging as any physical harm.
Right.
It was a systematic attempt to strip them of their identity and break their spirits.
And that's exactly what happened when his father passed away.
Oh, yeah.
While Tobasonakwit was still at the school,
Oh, wow.
he was denied the chance to grieve with his family
I can't imagine.
and punished for mourning in a traditional way.
Oh, my gosh.
This forced separation from his culture during such a vulnerable time
Right.
only intensified the pain and isolation he was already experiencing.
This separation from family and tradition was at the very heart
Yeah,
of the residential school system's goal of assimilation.
right.
By severing these ties,
Yeah.
they aimed to eradicate Indigenous culture and replace it with their own.
It's amazing that Tobasonakwit was able to find any glimmers of hope
I know, it's hard to imagine.
in that environment.
Right.
But he did manage to find some solace in religion.
Oh, okay.
He connected with a priest who introduced him to Brother Andre, a figure known for his humble beginnings.
Okay.
It shows that even in this incredibly oppressive environment,
Right.
Tobasonakwit was still searching for spiritual connection.
Absolutely. And that speaks volumes about his resilience.
Yeah.
He wasn't going to let this system completely crush his spirit.
Yeah.
He found ways to hold on to hope and to seek connection wherever he could.
And his strength also showed in how he learned to box
Oh, wow.
from a priest at the school.
Interesting.
All that pent-up anger from years of abuse was channeled
Yeah.
into this physical outlet.
Right.
It became a way to reclaim some control
Uh-huh.
and maybe even find a sense of empowerment
Yeah.
in a place that sought to strip him of it.
It's interesting how boxing for him becomes more than just aggression.
Yeah.
It's a way to harness his anger,
Right.
to transform it into something productive. And, it kind of foreshadows how he'll later channel that energy into fighting for Indigenous rights.
You're right. It's almost like a training ground for the battles he'll face later in life.
Uh-huh.
So when Tobasonakwit finally leaves residential school,
Okay.
he returns to Onigaming.
Yeah.
But it's not the homecoming he hoped for.
Oh, no.
His father is gone.
Right.
His siblings are still in the system.
Oh, gosh.
And his older brother has succumbed to alcoholism.
Wow.
It's a heavy burden to carry at such a young age.
This is a stark reminder of the long-lasting ripple effects of residential schools.
Really?
The trauma didn't end when the children left those institutions.
No.
It continued to impact individuals and families for generations.
And to cope with this reality,
Right.
to simply survive. He starts working in the pulpwood camps around Kenora.
Okay.
Imagine this physically demanding job.
Yeah.
Surrounded by other men.
Right.
Becoming his new reality.
Yeah.
It wasn't an easy life.
The working conditions were incredibly dangerous.
Yeah, I can imagine.
He even witnessed a man's death in a horrific accident.
Oh, wow.
These experiences really highlight the precariousness of his situation.
Yeah.
The limited opportunities available to him as a young Indigenous man at that time.
And the danger followed him even when he moved on to construction work in Winnipeg.
Oh, wow.
Another gruesome workplace accident claimed the life of a fellow worker right before his eyes.
Wow.
Back-to-back experiences with death.
Oh, gosh.
Must have deeply shaped his perspective on life and its fragility.
It's hard to fathom how someone processes that level of trauma.
Yeah.
To see such senseless loss at such a young age.
Right.
It must have contributed to the anger Wit carried.
I would imagine so.
But at the same time, it also fueled his determination.
Yeah.
To create a better life for himself and his people.
And that determination leads him to join his brothers, the Kelly Boys,
Okay.
who are becoming known for their fight for Indigenous rights.
Interesting.
They were a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah.
Standing up to racism, challenging inequality, and demanding change.
Their activism started on the streets, confronting prejudice head on.
Yeah.
But it evolved into a powerful movement,
Right.
helping to shape the landscape of Indigenous rights in Canada.
But as they were fighting for justice,
Yeah.
Tibussonikwit's personal life became increasingly turbulent.
Oh.
He grappled with alcoholism.
Yeah.
His anger intensified.
Right.
And his relationships suffered.
It was a complex and challenging time.
Yeah.
Imagine the inner turmoil, the constant struggle to find balance and healing,
Right.
while also trying to make a difference in the world.
And then comes a turning point.
Okay.
He meets Kathy, a young woman who shares his passion for social justice.
Interesting.
She sees beyond his anger,
Right.
recognizing his intelligence and charisma.
Their connection was truly transformative.
Yeah.
She challenged him, supported him,
Yeah.
and ultimately became a catalyst for positive change in his life.
It seems like she really turned things around for him.
Their relationship, despite its ups and downs, marks a crucial shift in Tibussonikwit's story.
And one of those key changes came when Kathy encouraged him to get sober.
Oh, good for him.
It wasn't easy.
I can imagine.
He went through a harrowing detox,
Oh, my God.
battling intense withdrawal symptoms.
Wow.
But he emerged determined to stay on the path of sobriety.
That decision took incredible willpower.
Yeah.
It shows how much he loved Kathy, how desperately he wanted to break free from the destructive cycle of alcoholism.
They started building a life together, even welcoming a daughter into the world.
Okay.
But their happiness was shattered when their son, Daryl, was tragically killed in an accident.
Oh, no.
The loss sent Tibussonikwit spiraling into grief and guilt.
It's a moment of profound heartbreak.
Yeah.
To lose a child in such a sudden and unexpected way,
Right.
It's a wound that never fully heals.
And just as he was trying to cope with this unimaginable loss,
Okay.
another tragedy struck.
Oh.
His youngest son, Pee-wee, was killed in a horrific accident,
Oh, my
hit by a truck on the highway.
Wow.
This second devastating blow left Tibussonikwit reeling,
Right.
questioning everything.
It's almost too much to bear.
Yeah.
2 sons gone within such a short time. It's a testament to his resilience, his sheer will to survive,
Yeah.
that he was able to find any way forward at all.
So he turns inward,
Okay.
seeking solace in his spirituality,
Yeah.
searching for answers in his dreams.
Right.
He had vivid visions of Daryl, leading him on a search for healing and understanding.
These visions demonstrate his deep connection to the spiritual realm.
Yeah.
They weren't just about escaping reality.
Right.
They were about seeking guidance.
Right.
About finding meaning in the face of unbearable loss.
This leads him to attend Sundance ceremonies in South Dakota,
Okay.
hoping to connect with his son's spirit.
Right.
He even meets a young man who bears a striking resemblance to Daryl, deepening his belief that he's receiving messages from the other side.
These experiences, while difficult to grasp, for those outside that spiritual framework,
Right.
were deeply meaningful to Tibussonikwit.
Yeah.
They offered him a sense of hope, of continued connection to his deceased sons.
And in a powerful act of reconciliation,
Okay.
he participates in a hunka ceremony with the Lakota elders Steve Charging Eagle,
Oh, wow.
becoming the elder's adopted son.
Okay.
This ritual further solidified his connection to the Lakota people and their traditions.
This adoption ceremony symbolizes so much,
Yeah.
A bridging of cultures, a coming together in the spirit of healing and understanding.
Right.
It highlights the importance of community.
Yeah.
Of finding support and belonging beyond one's immediate family.
And all of this is happening as Wab is born at the end of 1981.
Oh, wow.
Imagine coming into the world as your father is going through such intense emotional upheaval.
This sets the stage for a complex and often difficult father-son relationship. The trauma Tobisanquet has endured will inevitably shape his parenting.
Right.
Casting a long shadow over Wab's childhood.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's quite a story.
It is.
And we've only just begun.
Right. We're just getting started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've got Tobisanquet navigating this incredibly intense period of his life.
Yeah.
Finding solace in his spirituality while also dealing with the very real challenges of being a father to a newborn son.
Yeah.
And it's important to remember that even though he's found sobriety, the anger from his past trauma, from the loss of his sons, still lingers.
That unresolved pain manifests in how he interacts with young Wab.
Yeah.
It's a difficult reality to confront.
It is.
But the cycle of trauma is often hard to break.
Wab talks about feeling fear and resentment towards his father.
Oh, wow.
There's constant criticism being called stupid or weak.
Oh, gosh.
It paints a picture of a strained relationship. A father struggling to express love in healthy ways.
It highlights the tragic consequences of what Tobisanquet endured.
Yeah.
He was subjected to such cruelty.
Right.
And despite his best efforts, some of those harmful patterns are reflected in his parenting.
But it's not all darkness.
Oh.
Wab also shares some lighter moments.
Oh.
Like when he has a vision of an eagle as a young child.
Wow.
It's a powerful symbol in Anishinaabe tradition.
Right.
And he even receives a pipe.
Yeah.
A sacred object, further connecting him to his heritage.
This vision and the gift of the pipe show us that even within this strained relationship, there's a transmission of cultural heritage happening.
It's amazing how that still happens.
It is. It's a reminder of the resilience of tradition.
Right.
Even in the midst of personal struggles.
It seems like these traditions offer a lifeline.
Yeah.
A connection to something bigger than themselves.
I can see that.
As Wab grows older, he navigates his own path. Facing the challenges of being an Indigenous youth in Winnipeg, he finds solace in hip-hop music, which gives him a voice to express his feelings of being an outsider.
This resonates with so many Indigenous youth.
Yeah.
Finding connection and empowerment through contemporary art forms that speak to their experiences.
Right.
It's a way of reclaiming their narrative.
Yeah.
Expressing their identity on their own terms.
He also starts working.
Okay.
Just like his father did. Taking on odd jobs to make ends meet.
Right.
But he also starts to experiment with alcohol.
Oh, no.
Falling into a pattern of reckless behavior that mirrors his father's past struggles.
This is a pivotal moment in Wab's story. It's as if he's on the verge of reputing his father's mistakes.
Right.
Heading down that same destructive path.
And it culminates in a terrifying drunk driving incident.
Oh, gosh.
He's speeding.
Oh, wow.
Running stop signs.
Really?
Even evading the police before losing control of his truck.
Oh, my God.
It's a near-death experience.
Right.
A wake-up call that forces him to confront the consequences of his actions.
This incident becomes a turning point.
It does.
It could have ended tragically.
Right.
But instead, it serves as a catalyst for change.
Yeah.
Wab is jolted into taking responsibility for his actions and seeking a different way forward.
And he finds that new path through AA.
Okay, good.
He commits to sobriety, attending meetings daily and rebuilding his life.
Yeah.
And alongside that, he reconnects with his Indigenous roots.
Oh, that's good.
Spending time with elders and learning traditional teachings.
It's fascinating to see this parallel between Wab and Tobisanquet's journeys.
Yeah.
Both men turn to different forms of support. AA for Wab. Traditional spirituality for Tobisanquet to overcome their struggles.
It reinforces the idea that healing can take many forms.
Absolutely.
And that finding the right support system is crucial to breaking free from destructive patterns.
For sure.
And right as Wab is putting his life back together,
he
becomes a father himself.
Oh, wow.
His son Dominic is born. And he experiences the profound joys and challenges of parenthood.
Fatherhood becomes a powerful motivator for Wab.
It does.
He wants to provide a better life for his son.
Right.
To break the cycle of trauma that's plagued his family for generations.
Yeah, I could see that.
That determination to be a better father.
Right.
To create a different legacy for his son. Really shapes Wab's actions moving forward.
He throws himself into building a career.
Yeah.
Eventually finding his voice as a journalist with the CBC.
Oh?
It's clear that he's passionate about sharing Indigenous stories.
Yeah.
About presenting a more accurate and nuanced perspective on these issues.
This is where Wab's personal journey intersects with the broader social landscape.
Right.
He uses his platform to advocate for change, challenge stereotypes, and amplify Indigenous voices.
And that advocacy takes a dramatic turn when he discovers a discriminatory policy within the CBC.
Really? What happened?
Journalists are being told to use the term former student.
Oh, wow.
Instead of survivor.
Okay.
When referring to those who attended residential schools.
This seemingly small detail reveals so much about the power dynamics at play.
It really does.
It's a subtle but significant attempt to minimize the trauma inflicted by the residential school system.
Wab is furious.
Yeah.
He sees it as a betrayal, a disrespect to the survivors who have endured so much.
Right.
He threatens to resign in protest.
Wow.
Which sparks a heated debate within the CBC.
What's important is that Wab doesn't back down.
No, he doesn't.
He understands the weight of that language.
Right.
The importance of recognizing the enduring impact of residential schools.
His courage ignites a movement within the CBC.
Oh, wow.
Indigenous journalists across the country rally behind him, demanding a change in policy.
Good for them.
And they succeed.
Wow. That's great.
The CBC reverses its decision.
Wow.
Mandating the use of the term survivor in all its reporting.
It's a testament to the power of collective action.
It really is.
Of standing up for what's right.
Yeah.
And it's a testament to Wab's courage and his commitment to honoring the truth of those experiences.
As his career is gaining momentum, his personal life continues to evolve as well.
Okay.
He welcomes another son, Bez, into his family.
Oh, wow, another son.
Adding to the joys and challenges of fatherhood.
This growing family highlights the constant balancing act Wab is facing.
Yeah.
A demanding career, advocating for social justice, and being a present and loving father to two young boys.
It's a lot to juggle.
It is.
But he seems to find a rhythm.
Okay.
And it's during this time that Tobasanequit embarks on his own profound journey of reconciliation.
Oh, okay.
We talked earlier about him passing down his war bonnet to Wab in a powerful ceremony a decade earlier. Now he's actively working to address the legacy of residential schools.
Good.
Joining forces with Phil Fontaine, a prominent Indigenous leader and fellow survivor.
This partnership is significant.
Yeah.
It shows that Tobasanequit isn't just focused on his own personal healing.
Right.
He's committed to working for systemic change. For justice for all survivors.
Together, they witness a historic moment.
Okay.
The apology from the Canadian government for the harms inflicted by residential schools.
This apology, while certainly imperfect and long delayed, represents a crucial step towards reconciliation.
Yeah.
It signifies a shift in the national narrative.
Right.
A willingness to confront the dark legacy of colonialism.
And Tobasanequit doesn't stop there.
Oh, really?
He travels to Rome with Phil Fontaine to meet Pope Benedict XVI.
Wow.
Seeking an apology from the Catholic Church. Which played such a central role in the residential school system.
Right.
While the Pope stopped short of a full apology, he does offer an expression of sorrow. It's not everything they hoped for.
Yeah.
But Tobasanequit chooses to see it as a positive step.
This raises the complex question of what constitutes a meaningful apology.
It does.
For some, anything less than a full acknowledgement of wrongdoing is simply unacceptable.
Right.
But for Tobasanequit, who spent a lifetime grappling with anger and pain, even this small gesture represents a willingness to move forward.
He even develops a remarkable friendship with Archbishop James Weisgerber of Winnipeg.
Oh, wow.
Who's actively working to promote reconciliation within the Catholic Church. Their bond deepens, leading to a truly moving adoption ceremony.
Wow.
Tobasanequit, Phil Fontaine, and others become brothers with the Archbishop.
That's amazing.
It's a beautiful example of personal reconciliation in action.
This cross-cultural adoption ceremony is incredibly powerful.
Yeah, it is.
It demonstrates how, despite past hurts and deep-seated divisions, It's possible to bridge divides and find common ground.
And Tobasanquet extends this commitment to reconciliation.
Yeah.
By sharing his story publicly.
Good.
He agrees to participate in a documentary about residential schools.
Okay.
Taking Wab and his grandson Dominic back to the site of St. Mary's.
Right.
Where he spent those traumatic years.
This act of revisiting the past, confronting those painful memories, takes incredible courage.
It does.
It shows Tobasanquet's willingness to face his demons and to use his story to educate others.
And it's during the filming of this documentary that he has a breakthrough moment.
Oh, really?
While recounting his father's funeral.
Okay.
He breaks down, finally sharing the depth of his sadness with Wab.
Oh, that's beautiful.
The moment of raw vulnerability.
Yeah.
A father and son connecting on a deeper level.
This emotional release is crucial for both men.
I think so.
For Tobasanquet, it's a release of pain he's carried for so long.
Yeah.
For Wab, it's a chance to understand his father's struggles.
Right.
And begin to heal the wounds of their difficult relationship.
They're finally reaching a place of understanding and connection.
Yeah.
But then a shadow falls over everything.
Oh, no. What happened?
Tobasanquet receives a devastating diagnosis.
Oh.
Cancer.
Oh, gosh.
So we have this incredibly poignant moment.
Yeah.
Where father and son are finally understanding each other on a deeper level.
Right.
And then this devastating diagnosis comes in.
It really makes you appreciate the fragility of life.
It does.
And this diagnosis casts a shadow over everything.
Yeah.
Suddenly time becomes even more precious.
How does Tobasanquet face this challenge?
He confronts it head on.
Okay.
Drawing strength from a combination of traditional medicine, Western treatment, and his own unwavering determination.
And Wab and his sister Sean, they step up as well, right?
Absolutely. They rally around their parents.
Okay.
Juggling their own busy lives and careers.
Yeah.
While providing unwavering support for their father.
Right.
Throughout this incredibly difficult journey.
It's a powerful testament to the strength of family.
It is.
Despite past conflicts and challenges, the Kinew family comes together.
Right.
Demonstrating love and support when it matters most.
And even amidst the hardship, there are still moments of joy.
Okay.
Shaman graduates from Harvard.
Oh, wow.
A proud moment for Tobasanquet, fulfilling a lifelong dream for him.
Wow.
He continues to find solace in his relationship with Kathy, drawing strength from her enduring love.
These glimpses of happiness remind us that even in the face of illness and mortality, life can still be beautiful and meaningful.
Exactly. There's beauty to be found in the smallest moments. Yeah. In the connections we share with those we love.
But the reality is, the cancer progresses.
Oh, no.
Tobasanquet's health deteriorates.
Right.
He undergoes grueling chemotherapy treatments.
Yeah.
His once strong body weakening with each passing day.
It's heartbreaking to imagine. It's incredibly difficult to watch someone you love succumb to illness.
Right.
It's a stark reminder of our own mortality.
Yeah. And the limitations of our control.
But even as his physical strength wanes, Tobasanquet doesn't give up.
Okay.
He seeks healing, even participating in a powerful Native American church ceremony.
Oh, wow.
Led by Chief Dwayne Shields.
Okay.
Imagine the scene.
Yeah.
The singer's voice is filling the air with prayers for his recovery.
Wow.
Offering a flicker of hope in the midst of the encroaching darkness.
This ceremony speaks to the diversity of spiritual practices within Indigenous cultures.
Where
there are many paths to healing, many ways of seeking connection to a higher power.
Right.
Whatever that may be.
And as Tobasanquet's physical journey nears its end, he focuses on guiding Wab on his spiritual path.
Okay.
Together, they work on an app
that
teaches Anishinaabe verbs.
This project is such a beautiful example of passing the torch, of ensuring that their language and culture are carried forward by future generations. It's a powerful act of resistance.
It is against the forces that sought to erase their traditions.
Tobasanquet, knowing his time is limited, make sure his knowledge and passion for the language live on through his son.
That's beautiful.
It's a legacy project.
It is.
A powerful reminder that even as one life fades, another carries the flame forward. And there's this beautiful moment where he takes Wab and his grandsons into the woods to harvest willows for sweat lodges.
Oh, wow.
It seems like such a simple act.
Yeah.
But it carries so much meaning.
It's a transfer of knowledge, a connection to the land, a tangible link to ancestral practices. It's a reminder that even as one generation faces mortality, the next generation carries the spirit forward.
We've talked about this theme of legacy, and this next event really embodies that. As Tobasanakut's condition worsens, the family gathers for what will be their last sweat lodge ceremony together.
Oh, wow.
It's a deeply moving experience.
Imagine that scene. The heat, the chants, the shared experience of this ancient ritual. It's a powerful way to say goodbye, to honor Tobasanakut's life, and to find solace and strength in tradition.
And even as his physical strength fades, Tobasanakut's love for Kathy shines through. He makes sure to express his love for her.
That's great.
Reminding us that even in the face of death, love can endure.
Their love story is a testament to commitment and resilience.
Absolutely.
They stood by each other through thick and thin.
Yeah, they did.
And their bond remained strong until the very end.
It's a beautiful testament to the power of love.
It is.
But as his condition deteriorates further, Tobasanakut requires constant care. Wab and his family keep a bedside vigil, offering comfort and support in his final days.
Witnessing the decline of a loved one is never easy.
No, it's not.
But the Kinew family handles it with incredible dignity and respect for Tobasanakut's wishes. They create a space of love and support as he prepares to make his final journey.
And then peacefully surrounded by his family, Tobasanakut passes away. It's a moment of profound sadness, of course. But also of release. He's finally free from pain and suffering.
His passing marks the end of an era. But it's certainly not the end of his story.
No.
The values he instilled in his children, his unwavering fight for justice, and his deep commitment to his culture will continue to live on.
And as Wab reflects on his father's life, he comes to understand the deeper meaning behind the book's title. The Reason You Walk.
It's a concept rooted in Anishinaabe teachings. And it has multiple layers of interpretation.
So it's not a simple, singular meaning.
No, it speaks to the creator as the source of life and motivation.
To
love as a driving force to the pursuit of a good life. Or Kisawatiziwin in Anishinaabe. And ultimately to the destination we all walk towards.
Tobasanakut's life, with all its trials and triumphs, beautifully embodies this concept.
It does.
From enduring residential school trauma to fighting for Indigenous rights and ultimately finding a measure of peace. His journey is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit.
His story sheds light on the enduring impact of residential schools. The importance of reconciliation.
Absolutely.
And the strength of Indigenous people. It's a story that offers valuable insights for all of us.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into The Reason You Walk, I want to leave you with a question. What is your reason you walk? What are the values that guide your journey? What legacy do you hope to leave behind?
That's a great question.
This book has given us just a glimpse into the remarkable lives of Tobasanakut and Wab Kinew.
It has.
And if you're intrigued to learn more, I encourage you to check out the full memoir and delve deeper into their story.
It's a journey well worth taking.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
Of course.
Until next time. We've talked about this theme of legacy, and this next event really embodies that. As Tobasanakut's condition worsens. The family gathers for what will be their last sweat lodge ceremony together.
Oh, wow.
It's a deeply moving experience.
Imagine that scene. The heat, the chants, the shared experience of this ancient ritual. It's a powerful way to say goodbye. To honor Tobasanakut's life. And to find solace and strength in tradition.
And even as his physical strength fades, Tobasanakut's love for Kathy shines through. Make sure to express his love for her.
That's great.
Reminding us that even in the face of death, love can endure.
Their love story is a testament to commitment and resilience.
Absolutely.
They stood by each other through thick and thin.
Yeah, they did.
And their bond remained strong until the very end.
It's a beautiful testament to the power of love.
It is.
But as his condition deteriorates further, Tobasanakut requires constant care. Wab and his family keep a bedside vigil. Offering comfort and support in his final days.
Witnessing the decline of a loved one is never easy.
No, it's not.
But the Kinew family handles it with incredible dignity and respect for Tobasanquet's wishes.
Yeah.
They create a space of love and support as he prepares to make his final journey.
And then peacefully surrounded by his family, Tobasanquet passes away.
Oh.
It's a moment of profound sadness, of course.
Of course.
But also of release.
Right.
He's finally free from pain and suffering.
His passing marks the end of an era, but it's certainly not the end of his story.
Yeah.
The values he instilled in his children, his unwavering fight for justice, and his deep commitment to his culture will continue to live on.
And as Wab reflects on his father's life, he comes to understand the deeper meaning behind the book's title.
Okay.
The Reason You Walk.
It's a concept rooted in Anishinaabe teachings.
Okay.
And it has multiple layers of interpretation.
So it's not a simple singular meaning.
No, it speaks to the creator as the source of life and motivation. To love as a driving force.
Right.
To the pursuit of a good life. Or Kisawatiziwin in Anishinaabe.
Okay.
And ultimately to the destination we all walk towards.
Tobasanquet's life, with all its trials and triumphs, beautifully embodies this concept.
It does.
From enduring residential school trauma to fighting for Indigenous rights.
Right.
And ultimately finding a measure of peace.
Yeah.
His journey is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit.
His story sheds light on the enduring impact of residential schools, the importance of reconciliation, and the strength of Indigenous people. It's a story that offers valuable insights for all of us.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into The Reason You Walk, I want to leave you with a question.
All right.
What is your reason you walk? What are the values that guide your journey?
Yeah.
What legacy do you hope to leave behind?
That's a great question.
This book has given us just a glimpse into the remarkable lives of Tobasanquet and Wab Kinew.
It has.
And if you're intrigued to learn more, I encourage you to check out the full memoir and delve deeper into their story.
It's a journey well worth taking.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
Of course.
Until next time.